we've been working on coming up with a really good system for having a sunroof or a skylight that opens on the SeaPod. And it's going to be something that costs a little bit more money than just having a top that does not open, or a top that is not transparent, doesn't act as a window. We've gone through so many different iterations to try to find the right design that makes the most sense. Because something like this, one of the problems if you make this with glass, when it's 1.6 meters in diameter, which is so huge, by the time you add up the frame as well as the glass, this can be up to about 100 kilograms in weight, which becomes a problem because now it's going to be very, very hard to open. So what we did was, right now what we're going to make a sample of this window. So instead of using glass on the center, we're going to use polycarbonate material, which will allow us to bring the weight down to about 40 kilograms. So it's a huge difference in weight. So it will look something like this, very close to this. You'd have a handle here and a lock mechanism, and then there's another angle. Here you can see just different levels. So you'd have the glass or the polycarbonate material, the top of the frame, and then the bottom of the frame. Here's an underneath view, and then an open view, partially open view, and here another open view. We may be able to put a motor on here so it can be motorized, which would make it a lot easier. So you can now have this where it opens and closes automatically, maybe to regulate the temperature of the pod, and that just happens automatically. Depending on if it's too hot, then it opens automatically. But if it starts raining, it might close automatically. If it gets too windy, it might close automatically. And maybe if it's too windy, it won't even open, because the sensors on the pod will say, okay, it's too windy, so it would be bad to open the top. And so that's what we're looking at. Considering it, I think I'm pretty happy with how it looks. We may put a curve on the glass or the polycarbonate material. We're trying to decide if that's something we for sure want to do or not. That adds a lot to the cost, and molds have to be made, so it gets a lot more complex. So we'll see where we're going to go. I think we're going to start with a flat unit and then go from there in the future.